Hello everyone, and welcome to my Update US Gossip channel. I hope everyone is having a wonderful day. Before we begin, please hit the subscribe button and give this video a thumbs up. Robyn Brown from Sister Wives ruined Mary's day. Robyn Brown, star of Sister Wives, certainly has a gift for making people laugh and drawing attention to herself. But has she gone too far? At this point in season 19, Mary Brown has packed up her moving truck and left for Utah. But Robyn still feels like she's struggling to let Mary leave the family. However, most Sister Wives fans have had enough, regardless of Robyn's actual feelings. Online, many have expressed anger over her behavior during Mary's departure. Although few were surprised, many felt outraged that Robyn found a way to make the situation about herself. Find out what other fans are saying online by reading on. Robyn Brown has become a source of frustration for Sister Wives viewers. Mary Brown clearly had trouble saying goodbye to Solomon and Ariella, Robyn's youngest children, as shown on screen. Mary and Robyn had an awkward farewell that resulted in Robyn weeping, despite the fact that she continues to have a close relationship with the children. In addition, Robyn made a big deal out of giving Mary a journal as a goodbye present, which the majority of viewers found tacky. In the end, a lot of Sister Wives viewers agreed that Robyn was making the situation about her own emotions and turmoil. "I'm so sick of Robyn making Mary the focus of her life and movie," one angry Sister Wives viewer shared on Reddit. "I can no longer take it. Watching Sobin weep over absolutely nothing. Mary looks so uncomfortable and looks over Sobin's manipulation. She never fails to make everything about her and her feelings." Redditors attack the fourth wife of Kody Brown. Most other Redditors wholeheartedly agreed with the OP's assessment. While they were packing the moving truck, Mary and Kody were getting along quite well. When Robyn showed up, the occasion didn't get any darker. Robyn Brown's recent display of jealousy over Kody Brown's relationship with his beautician has become one of the most hotly debated storylines among Sister Wives fans, and it reveals yet another layer of the complex interpersonal dynamics that have long defined the Brown family. In a series of subtle on-camera moments and off-screen comments, Robyn's reaction to the close rapport between Kody and his beautician has sparked intense discussion, with viewers interpreting it as a sign of deeper insecurities and power struggles that go far beyond surface-level vanity. While some fans dismiss her reaction as an overblown response driven by personal pride, many believe that it is emblematic of the long-standing issues of control, attention, and validation that have consistently plagued the family's narrative. For years, Kody's role as the central figure in the Brown household has been characterized by his relentless need for admiration and a desire to maintain absolute control over every aspect of family life. His relationship with his beautician, someone who provides him with not only grooming services but also an environment in which he can relax and be himself, has inadvertently become a point of contention. Observers have noted that Kody's beautician often spends a significant amount of time with him during on-set preparations and even behind the scenes, a closeness that has not gone unnoticed by Robyn. In various confessional interviews and behind-the-scenes footage, Robyn has been seen casting uneasy glances and making pointed remarks that hint at feelings of jealousy. For many fans, these moments are more than just a reaction to a professional relationship. They are indicative of a deeper fear that Kody's need for validation is not solely satisfied by his role as a husband and patriarch but also by external figures who seem to offer him the kind of adoration that he craves. This jealousy, as expressed by Robyn, can be interpreted through several lenses. On one hand, it is a natural human response to feeling sidelined or insecure about one's place in a relationship. Robyn's discomfort may stem from a long history of feeling that her contributions to the family have often been undermined by Kody's incessant need for attention and admiration from others. Over the years, the dynamics within the Brown family have shifted repeatedly, with Robyn emerging as a dominant figure in recent seasons. Yet, even as she has grown more confident in her role, the shadow of past insecurities seems never to have fully lifted. The fact that Kody's beautician, an outsider with no familial ties, can offer him the personal attention and compliments that he might not always receive at home could be triggering for Robyn, who has struggled with feeling undervalued in the midst of a complex network of relationships. In several fan discussions on platforms like Reddit and Twitter, viewers have pointed out that Robyn's reaction is not simply about professional boundaries but is deeply entwined with her need to secure Kody's exclusive admiration and loyalty, a sentiment that has been a recurring theme throughout the Sister Wives series. Furthermore, critics argue that Robyn's jealousy reveals much about the evolving power dynamics within the Brown family. Kody, who has always been at the center of controversy, has built his public persona on a blend of charm and authoritarianism. His relationship with his beautician, though ostensibly professional, offers him an escape from the relentless pressures of managing a large, polygamous household. In this context, Robyn's discomfort is not merely a matter of personal insecurity but also a reflection of the broader struggle for influence within the family. Some fans contend that if Robyn were to relinquish even a small portion of her need to control or guard Kody's affections, it might signal a healthier shift in their relationship dynamics. Instead, her visible jealousy reinforces the narrative that the family's internal politics are still dominated by personal rivalries and the fierce competition for Kody's attention. This, they argue, is symptomatic of a deeper issue, one in which the very structure of the family, built on the complexities of plural marriage and public scrutiny, creates fertile ground for such emotional conflicts. Moreover, Robyn's reaction has broader implications for how fans view the authenticity of Sister Wives as a reflection of real-life relationships. While reality television is known for its heightened drama and carefully edited narratives, moments like these serve as a potent reminder that behind the spectacle lies genuine human emotion. Robyn's jealousy, as raw and unfiltered as it appears, resonates with viewers who have themselves experienced feelings of inadequacy or fear of being replaced, emotions that are universal and deeply human. For many, her response is a cathartic moment that validates their own insecurities, while also challenging the curated images that the show has long promoted. It forces the audience to ask tough questions about the price of fame, the impact of constant public exposure on personal relationships, and the ways in which a man's need for external validation can reverberate throughout a family. In analyzing this incident, it is also essential to consider the role of the media and the show's producers. Sister Wives has often been criticized for its selective editing and its tendency to amplify drama to maintain high ratings. Some critics suggest that moments like Robyn's display of jealousy might be, at least in part, the result of strategic editing designed to heighten viewer engagement. By focusing on Robyn's discomfort and casting her reaction as a dramatic focal point, producers can create a storyline that intensifies the perceived conflicts within the family. Whether or not this is the case, it adds another layer of complexity to how fans interpret the incident, raising the question of how much of what they see is genuine emotion and how much is manufactured for entertainment purposes. Despite these uncertainties, many dedicated viewers believe that even if the situation is partially amplified by the show's editing, the underlying emotions are real and deserve to be acknowledged. Another dimension to this controversy is the potential impact on Kody and Robyn's relationship moving forward. While some argue that Robyn's jealousy is a sign of insecurity that could undermine their bond, others see it as an opportunity for growth. By confronting these uncomfortable emotions head-on, there is a chance for both Kody and Robyn to address the underlying issues that have long fueled their conflicts. For instance, if Kody were to acknowledge Robyn's feelings and work collaboratively to set clearer boundaries with external figures like his beautician, it might pave the way for a more balanced, respectful partnership. Such a development could be a turning point for the Brown family, a moment when public grievances are transformed into genuine dialogue and efforts at healing. However, this optimistic scenario hinges on whether both parties are willing to move beyond defensive posturing and engage in honest self-reflection, something that has proven elusive in past seasons. The reactions among the fan community to this latest controversy have been as varied as they are passionate. Some fans have taken to social media to express sympathy for Robyn, arguing that her feelings of jealousy are understandable given the high-pressure environment of reality TV and the constant competition for Kody's attention. They point out that in a family where every gesture is scrutinized and every relationship is subject to public debate, it is natural for even the strongest individuals to experience moments of insecurity. Others, however, are less forgiving, viewing Robyn's reaction as a sign that she is too possessive and controlling, a behavior that ultimately contributes to the overall dysfunction of the Brown household. These divergent viewpoints underscore the complexity of the situation and highlight the broader themes that have long defined sister wives: the struggle for power, the cost of public scrutiny, and the enduring impact of personal insecurities on family relationships. In the end, the incident involving Robyn Brown's jealousy over Kody's beautician serves as a microcosm of the larger, ongoing drama that has defined the Brown family's public narrative. It is a story of conflicting emotions, of love and jealousy, of vulnerability and control, and it offers a window into the profound challenges of maintaining genuine human connections in a world where every emotion is magnified by the cameras and every personal struggle becomes a matter of public debate. For fans, the hope is that moments like these will eventually lead to a more honest and balanced portrayal of life in the Brown household, one that acknowledges both the hardships and the triumphs, the mistakes and the moments of true connection. Whether Robyn can overcome her jealousy and work together with Kody to create a more supportive, respectful partnership remains to be seen, but for now, her raw reaction is a powerful reminder of the human cost of living life in the relentless spotlight of reality television. Kody Brown's relationship with his children has long been a subject of intense scrutiny and controversy among Sister Wives fans. In recent seasons, many viewers have questioned the real reason behind the perception that Kody turned his back on his kids, a claim that seems to stem from a complex interplay of personal, familial, and media-driven factors. While on the surface, it might appear that Kody has become increasingly distant or indifferent, a deeper examination suggests that his behavior is the result of long-standing pressures, unresolved personal conflicts, and the relentless demands of life in the public eye. In an industry where every gesture is amplified and every emotion dissected, the actions of one individual are rarely black and white. Instead, Kody's evolving relationship with his children reflects a multi-layered reality shaped by decades of internal family dynamics, public expectations, and the extraordinary circumstances of managing a polygamous household under constant media scrutiny. One of the key factors often cited by fans is the immense pressure Kody has faced from both within his family and from the public. Over the years, the Brown family's story has been broadcast as a tale of loyalty, conflict, and the struggle to maintain unity amid a complicated marital arrangement. Kody, as the patriarch, has been expected to serve as the central pillar holding the family together, a role that comes with enormous expectations and responsibilities. For many viewers, the perception that he turned his back on his kids is not so much about a deliberate rejection as it is about an overwhelming burden, a burden that has, over time, pushed him to adopt a more authoritarian stance in an effort to manage constant crises. The cumulative effect of trying to meet these demands may have forced Kody into a defensive posture, where he increasingly prioritizes what he perceives as the survival of the family's public image over intimate, one-on-one interactions with his children. This, in turn, has left many fans feeling that his emotional investment in his children has waned, even if his actions might be interpreted as self-preservation rather than outright neglect. Many of Kody's supporters argue that his behavior can be understood as a byproduct of a deeply ingrained system, one where the pressures of sustaining a polygamous family and a successful reality show create an environment ripe for miscommunication and emotional disconnect. In such a system, every decision, every misstep, is amplified by the cameras and becomes fodder for public debate. For Kody, the constant need to project strength and control may inadvertently lead him to distance himself from the softer, more vulnerable aspects of fatherhood. Over time, the struggle to balance the demands of leadership, public expectation, and personal vulnerability can result in actions that, to an outside observer, appear as if he has turned his back on his kids. However, many who have followed his journey suggest that this distancing is more reflective of his internal conflict, a defense mechanism against the fear of failure and the crushing weight of unrealistic expectations, than an intentional abandonment of parental duty. Another dimension to consider is the shifting dynamic within the family itself. The Brown family is not static, its internal power structures and relationships have evolved dramatically over the years. Kody's relationship with his children has been influenced by numerous factors, including the changing roles of his wives, the individual paths taken by his children, and the continuous restructuring of the family's public narrative. As the family grows and evolves, the lines between traditional parental roles become blurred. Some fans believe that what is perceived as Kody turning his back may, in fact, be a reflection of a more distributed approach to parenting that has emerged as his children have matured. In this interpretation, the apparent distance is not a sign of neglect but rather an adaptation to the changing needs of a family that is no longer defined solely by Kody's central authority. The children, now growing into adulthood, are carving out their own identities and seeking support and guidance from multiple sources, including their mothers and extended family members. While this can be misinterpreted by outsiders as Kody's detachment, it might also represent an evolution in parenting styles, a shift from direct involvement to a more hands-off, supportive role that respects the individuality of each child. The relentless focus of reality television further complicates matters. Sister Wives has long been criticized for its selective editing and sensationalized portrayal of family dynamics. In many cases, the portrayal of Kody's interactions with his children is heavily mediated by producers who shape the narrative to create drama and conflict. As a result, what fans see on screen is not always an accurate reflection of the full, nuanced reality behind closed doors. Instances that appear to show Kody distancing himself may be amplified or taken out of context, leading to a perception of neglect that might not be entirely fair. The pressure to maintain a consistent narrative that keeps audiences engaged can force producers to highlight moments of tension, even if those moments are not representative of everyday life in the Brown household. In this sense, the public's perception of Kody as a distant or neglectful father could be, at least in part, a construct of reality TV, a narrative designed to generate controversy rather than a mirror of the true state of his relationships. Moreover, the emotional toll of managing a public persona can't be understated. Being under constant scrutiny often forces individuals to adopt a facade that may conflict with their private selves. Kody's need to appear strong and in control has likely influenced the way he interacts with his children, perhaps leading him to suppress his own vulnerabilities in favor of projecting an image of unwavering authority. This protective mechanism, while understandable in a high-pressure environment, can create a gap between his public persona and the genuine emotional connection that his children might crave. The discrepancy between these two aspects of his identity can lead to misunderstandings, where his actions are interpreted as abandonment rather than as the necessary distancing required to cope with the overwhelming pressures of public life. Fan reactions to Kody's perceived distancing have been as varied as the factors influencing his behavior. Some viewers express deep sadness and disappointment, feeling that the man who once exuded warmth and paternal care has become a shell of his former self, lost in a labyrinth of responsibilities and public expectations. Others, however, offer a more sympathetic view, arguing that the circumstances surrounding Kody's behavior are far more complex than what can be captured by a few edited scenes on TV. They contend that his struggle to balance personal, familial, and professional pressures is a humanizing element, a stark reminder that even those in the spotlight are not immune to the emotional challenges of life. It's not as simple as saying he's turned his back, one longtime fan commented on a forum. There are years of pressure and conflicting responsibilities behind every decision he makes. Additionally, discussions among fans have highlighted the possibility that Kody's financial pressures may also play a role in his behavior. In recent seasons, hints at financial instability and the stress of maintaining a lavish lifestyle have added another layer to the public narrative. If Kody feels that his ability to provide for the family is under threat, he might retreat into himself, prioritizing work and strategic decision-making over spending quality time with his children. This dynamic, where the fear of financial collapse intertwines with personal insecurities, creates a perfect storm in which parental affection is compromised by the constant drive to secure the family's future, even if that means appearing emotionally distant. The evolution of Kody's relationship with his children can also be viewed within the broader context of personal growth and change. As families evolve, so do the roles of their members. In some cases, what appears as turning one's back is simply a transformation in the way relationships are managed. For Kody, whose journey on Sister Wives has been characterized by both immense public success and equally significant personal challenges, the shift in his behavior might be an unintended consequence of his evolving role as a father. While he once actively intervened in every aspect of his children's lives, the passage of time and the children's growing independence may have led him to adopt a more hands-off approach, a decision that, while intended to foster autonomy, can be misinterpreted as neglect. Critics of this interpretation argue that Kody's role as a parent should adapt to the changing needs of his children, yet many fans feel that his current approach lacks the warmth and engagement that defined his earlier years. This tension between fostering independence and providing emotional support remains one of the core dilemmas of modern parenting, particularly under the relentless glare of public scrutiny. The impact of reality TV on personal relationships also cannot be ignored. The constant exposure and the pressure to perform for an audience create a distorted environment in which the natural ebb and flow of family dynamics is often exaggerated for dramatic effect. In such a setting, moments of genuine connection can be overshadowed by the need to create sensational content, leading viewers to question the authenticity of every interaction. For Kody, every gesture, every pause, is dissected by fans who are desperate to find clues about his true feelings. In this climate, even well-intentioned efforts to maintain personal boundaries may be seen as cold or neglectful. The editing process, too, plays a critical role in shaping public perception. Scenes that capture Kody's brief moments of tenderness are sometimes cut too short or juxtaposed against scenes of conflict, creating a narrative of emotional detachment that may not fully represent the complexities of his day-to-day interactions with his children. Ultimately, the question of whether Kody Brown has truly turned his back on his kids is one that defies easy answers. It is a multifaceted issue, woven from threads of personal ambition, public pressure, evolving family dynamics, and the relentless demands of reality television. For fans, the perception of Kody's distancing is both a source of sorrow and a call to acknowledge the harsh realities of a life lived in the spotlight, a reminder that behind the carefully edited images and sensational storylines, there are real people grappling with the very human challenges of fear, insecurity, and the struggle to balance personal fulfillment with the responsibilities of fatherhood. As Sister Wives moves forward into new seasons, the hope among many viewers is that Kody will find a way to bridge the growing gap between his public persona and his private self, a path that leads to genuine, heartfelt engagement with his children. Whether he can overcome the pressures that have defined his recent behavior remains uncertain, but the ongoing conversation among fans underscores a broader yearning for authenticity and healing within the Brown family. In the end, the story of Kody Brown's relationship with his children is a microcosm of the larger challenges of modern parenting in a hypermediated world, complex, often contradictory, and deeply rooted in the interplay between public expectation and private reality.